Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Why the elders are begging Queen Naomi to return amid the chaos of the missing array crown, okay? Now, as we are hearing, okay, we are all aware that the sacred land of Ile-Ife is in turmoil. The palace is in disarray. The ruling houses are locked in bitter accusation. The Oni's wives are at war, and the elders are in distress. The disappearance of the revered array crown has, thrown the kingdom into crisis that is both political and spiritual. But now, in the midst of this confusion, the elders have turned their eyes to one woman, Olori Naomi, that same woman that was rejected, that same woman that was thrown away, that same woman that was ignored, that same woman that was so bad-mouthed, that same woman that has been so treated badly, okay? That same woman. Even it has gotten to a point where a lot of people are even saying right now that apparently Iyanifa knows what to do, but she does not want, because she wants them to understand the importance of Olori Naomi. The same woman that December here, they were saying Oni should not associate himself with Olori Naomi because Queen Naomi's name is now associated with Bai. Oni should not have anything to do with that woman again and blah, blah, blah. And right now, they are going to the same woman. The one that once ignored, the one whose warning we are dismissed. They said Queen Naomi had a strange dream, okay? Had a strange dream, okay? About that she saw this coming. But that matter of the dream she had is something we'll discuss later, okay? Now, this Naomi is being begged to return to palace for, as many believe that the energy she carries and the divine gift she possesses may hold the key to restoring balance and finding the lost crown. Dela writes, it is not a small something that we are seeing. No. It is not a small something at all. This is where the story becomes even more mysterious. It is said that before this drama erupted, before the array crown vanished, okay? I told you we are going to talk about that later. Queen Naomi had a dream, a powerful vision sent to her by the spirit world. In this dream, she saw signs of trouble ahead. She saw unrest in the palace, division among the ruling houses, and a great disturbance in the spiritual balance of Ile-Ife. She warned those in power. She spoke of what was to come, but her voice was, drowned out by the noise of the palace politics and political, grievances. Yes, that was what happened. I even did this story on this channel where Queen Naomi had seen a dream. I don't know if you remember that story where they said she saw a dream and they said Oni's heart failed, okay? Oni's heart failed. Oni's that cap he's covering failed in her dream. And because of that, that Oni was going to look into that cap. Now, because of the dream she had to come to the palace. And as God will have it, things happened such that she was made to sleep in the palace. And they said that cap failed. Queen Naomi flew on the cap. I don't know if you remember that this thing. Yes, it is what is manifesting in reality right now. They say she was ignored, though. Some dismiss her as a woman bitter about her, separation from the Oni of Ife. Others felt that her spiritual insight were no longer relevant because she was no longer in the palace. If she could see so well, how come she didn't see that all those children were going to buy in Ibadan? That was what they were saying. And now, these same people, they are carrying their blockers with due respect to go and look for Queen Naomi. Why Queen Naomi? What is it about her that makes the elders believe she can help restore order? The answer lies in the spiritual essence she carries, because Iyanifa is right there in the palace, seeing what is going on. Oni of Ife has gone to meet Iyanifa so many times, and they are saying, Iyanifa is pointing them towards Queen Naomi. Queen Naomi is a prophetess, a young girl, a mother. What can she do? It's what nobody understands. They're asking Iyanifa, they say, this is destiny and it must be fulfilled. It's either things get better or things get even worse. But right now, they must know the importance of Olori Naomi. Now, we must remember that Queen Naomi is not just any woman. She is a prophetess, a woman deeply connected to divine vision and sacred energies. Even during her time in the palace, she was known to have a unique spiritual presence, one that many believe brought peace, clarity, and divine favor to the Oni and his reign. Now, with the disappearance of their rare crown, the elders believe that she may be the one who can provide insight into where it might be, or at the very least, help calm the storm that has engulfed the palace. Because Iyanifa is right there in the palace, and Iyanifa is pointing them towards Olori Naomi. Yes, she has been pointing them towards Olori Naomi. And one thing about Iyanifa is not a woman that is full of many words. She says her thing once, and she's been pointing towards Olori Naomi. Why? Some say that the crown's disappearance is not just a physical theft, but a spiritual disruption. If that is true, then it cannot be found by ordinary means. It must be retrieved through divine intervention, and who better to call upon the spirit to seek answers from the unseen than Olori Naomi. But people are saying, why Olori Naomi when Iyanifa is there? Iyanifa is not far from the palace. She is there, though they are having all of these rituals inside the groove and all of that. But since they are rare stuff, Iyanifa is been in the palace. Iyanifa is not talking much. Iyanifa is saying destiny must happen, destiny must happen, destiny must happen, destiny must happen. They should go to Queen Naomi. So what is this destiny that is supposed to happen? Now, the desperation in the palace is growing by the day. The Oni himself is under immense pressure. The ruling houses are at each other's throat, and his wives are locked in a power struggle that threatens to destabilize the entire kingdom without the Are crown. The legitimacy of the throne itself is in question. Now, as we are hearing what is going on, the elders who once believed they had everything under control are now coming to terms with the reality that this crisis is beyond their power. And so they have swallowed their pride and reached out to Olori Naomi, hoping that she will heed their call and return to the palace. Now, here is the question. Will she return? That is a question that everyone is asking. Let us not forget that Queen Naomi left the palace under difficult circumstances. Her departure was marked by controversy, whisper of betrayal, and a heavy weight of palace politics. She was criticized, doubted, and treated as if she no longer had a place in the affairs of Ile-Ife. I know that even when I blog here, a lot of people come to my page and they say to me, Queen Naomi is not needed in the palace. Who wants Queen Naomi? Queen Naomi is a nobody. She's not even educated. Nobody needs her. Oni does not need her, and all of that. People say this to me, and people insult me, and people say all sort of things to me. I just ignore. I choose to ignore, okay? But right now, I don't know if Queen Naomi will want to come back, because the last time we heard, they said Queen Naomi is returning back after that big Yoruba day. That's when Queen Naomi will return back. Right now, is she coming back or not is a question that a lot of people are asking. The very people who dismiss her are the ones begging for her return. Will she agree to walk back into the storm? Will she set aside the past and embrace the responsibility that fate seems to have placed on her shoulder? Or will she choose to remain on the outside watching as the palace battle its, own demon? This is a question that people are asking. Della right, it is not a small something. If Queen Naomi chooses to return now, it will not just be a personal decision, it will be a spiritual turning point. Her presence in the palace could mean a restoration of divine balance, which may help reveal the whereabouts of the Are crown, a calming of the eternal conflict between the Oni's wives who are currently at war over influence and accusation, a possible connection with the Oni himself, which could shift the, power dynamics in the palace. But if she refuses, the palace may continue its, descent into deeper, troubles, and the missing Are crown may remain lost for longer than anyone can afford. And that is what nobody needs right now. It is not a small thing right now, as we are hearing they say Ife stands at a crossroad of history. The missing Are crown is more than just a royal crisis. It is a test of tradition, a battle between pride and wisdom, and a moment that will determine the future of Ile-Ife. While I'm going to bring you more updates, do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified, no be me talk family information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.